everyone, welcome to Lilybets Divinity live. And here we are again with another manifestation video. And this video is going to be called Stop Worrying About What Other People Think / No Longer Responding to People's Comments and Actions. This is something that, like I said, I only do videos of stuff that I've experienced. When it comes to manifesting, this is something that a lot of people struggle with. A lot of people struggle with people's judgment about them, what people think when they're telling them certain things they want to manifest, and even in daily life, worrying about things that people may be saying to them. How would someone react towards something or decision that you may be making or doing? So these are things that really get in the way of our manifestation, because when you start to listen to other people and worry about what they think about you, what they how they're judging you and things like that, it's not good when you're manifesting. It gets really in the way of your manifestation, because you start to get sucked into that 3D mentality. Yeah. And this is something that you don't want to do, because it's just going to delay your manifestation. And when people trigger you because they're saying certain things, a good way to detach yourself and disconnect yourself from what they're saying so you won't react to it and get sucked into the 3D is, telling yourself, what would it feel like if it wasn't true what they're saying? Would I even care if it wasn't true? No, you wouldn't care if it wasn't true. So why am I letting that affect me in that way? And why am I responding in that way? Why am I letting that affect me, make me feel emotional, get me angry over something? Why? Because that person says something that if it wasn't true and if it didn't feel true, I wouldn't be reacting to it. And that's why it's good to visualize also yourself. Does that visualize whatever they said to you, whatever happened, it not being true, because it isn't true. None of this is real. None of this is real, people. We are the ones that have control over all these things that happen to us. And a lot of times when people come to us and they're commenting on stuff, or they're being nasty with us over certain things, and we let it affect us and things like that, that's just an old version of you that's showing up. Yes, because we have been programmed to think certain things so much that these things will show up. Even when we're doing good and we're doing, our mental diet and our self-concept, and we're changing things in our life, now and then someone will show up and they'll do something that we don't like, or they'll say something to us that we don't like, and then we react to it. So a way of not reacting to those things is really asking yourself, what would it feel like if this wasn't true? I wouldn't give a shit. And also another good thing also is knowing that that's you pushed out. Okay? That's the version of you that believed that. So if it's triggering you, it's because you at one point believed that. That's why I say it's an old version of you. You may not believe it now, but at one point you did. And it may be even something that you still need to work on, and that's why it's triggering you the way it is. Don't put awareness on it. Hey, thank it. Say thank you, but no thank you. How about that? Okay. That's enough. Thank you, but no thank you. No thank you. I don't need any of that. I don't need to go there again. That's not who I am right now. That's not who I'm ever going to be. And know that you are in control of all of this. You are in control of how you react. Okay? of your thoughts, of how much awareness you put on things, of the energy that you put on certain things. And don't, that's another thing, don't put awareness and energy on these things, especially the things that you feel are triggering you. Okay? Go back to saying to yourself, listen, you know what? I am in control of this, and this isn't even real. This person is this just an old story. It's just an old story. And I'm not gonna put awareness on it. I'm not gonna put my energy on it because it's not real. I created this. At one point when I was programmed to think certain things about myself, I created this. And let me tell you, I've had a hard time with this, okay? Because, I I tend to sometimes react, you know, and get upset over certain things. And but you doing this, telling myself, this isn't even real. This is just an old story. I had someone, insult me, and it was someone very close to me. And I remember at first I like brushed it off and I said, that's just an old story. That's the way I used to think about myself. And then afterwards, it did really hurt me because of who it was coming from, you know? So, and then afterwards, I was like, you know what? I revised it, okay? That it didn't even happen. And I thought to myself, well, it didn't freaking happen. And that's an old story. And that's the way I was feeling about myself in a certain point. And that's also something that I am still working on with myself. And that's why this person is saying this to me or insulting me in a certain way that is triggering me, you know? And I had to, you know, do these things, not put that much awareness on it, and keep affirming the opposite of what that person had told me that I felt had insulted me. Because as I'm doing the opposite of it, affirming differently, I'm deleting that. I'm getting rid of that old way of thinking. I'm getting rid of that that manifestation that I created a long time ago because of what I was telling myself about me. What? I'm telling you. Let me tell you. Awakening, manifesting, the law of assumption, it ain't for the weak. It ain't for the weak. I always say this. Awakening is not for the weak, okay? Because this is something that you have to do. Be aware of these things every day. Be aware of what you're saying. Be aware of what you're saying to yourself. Be aware of what you're reacting and putting energy on that's not even making you feel good, okay? And these are things that you can't respond to it. You can't respond. Stop worrying about what people are saying to you when it bothers you. Certain actions people take, it's not real. That's just an old manifestation. That's why that person is showing you that and is doing certain actions against you that you may not like. And it may be something that you also may have to keep working on with, with affirming that's not who you are anymore. That's not what you believe anymore. You may have to work on your self-concept on that if it's something that really triggers you, that makes you blow up. Okay. I'm still working on many things, my friends. Okay. So I just wanted to make this video about that, no longer responding to people's action or comments. And slash stop worrying about what people think about you. It doesn't matter. You're in control. You're in control. You're in control how much awareness you put on it. You're in control if you let that consume your life, okay? You can't let the 3D consume your life because the 3D is not even real, okay? And you can't get sucked into it either. You cannot get sucked into it. So these are, certain ways also not to get sucked into it, by telling yourself, if, if, how would it feel if it wasn't real? I wouldn't feel anything. Nothing would bother me if it wasn't real. Or even telling yourself, this isn't real. Thank you, but no thank you, Mr. Old Man. I don't need that anymore in my life. I'm not there anymore, and I will not let it affect me, okay? And as you do this, you will see that people will start telling you things that the old you would have reacted, and it doesn't even matter to you anymore what they're saying. It just doesn't, because you know it's not real, and you know that you what you want will come to you the way you want it to come to you, because you're not reacting towards these things that you know you can change. Okay, Linda? Okay. And this goes a lot for also people who are trying to manifest their SP or money, or well, anything really. You know, when you're trying to manifest your SP and they haven't, contacted you, or no, and or they said something to you, oh, I don't want to be with you, or this and the other. No, that's not even, I'm not even gonna get put awareness on that, because the more you put awareness on people's comments and actions and things that trigger you, the more you're gonna get of that. And as you know, once you start seeing it that way, you just say, I don't want more of this. So I'm not going to react that way anymore. I'm not going to get consumed by the 3D and by what these people, are saying to me. Like when your SP is saying, oh, I don't want to be with you. Okay, that's what you say, homie. But guess what? It's my reality. I have control. Okay? And we'll see about that. Okay? When people insult you or say something nasty that you're just like, where the hell did that come from? That's the old version of me. That's where the fuck that came from. The old version of me. And I'm no longer that. So that doesn't bother me. And I'm not going to let it bother me. And I'm not going to give it energy. I'm going to give energy to the opposite. And I'm going to be affirming the opposite of what I just saw come to me that I didn't like, because I know it's an old version. The old man is speaking. Okay? So don't get caught up with what people are saying. Don't get caught up with being afraid of how a person's going to judge you, or that they're going to say something to you. None of it is real. Okay? You create what is real. Okay, so if these things are coming to you over and over, it's because there's something still there that needs to be worked on. Okay, there's still some self-concept, some mental diet that you need to work on. And that's fine. This is how we learn, when these old manifestations come up to us, and when we're afraid of saying certain things or doing certain things, because we're afraid that we're going to be judged by people, and that's going to bring something else. No, I do what I want when I want to do it, and I really don't care what anyone else says. I really don't care what type of judgment people know. That means that I'm judging myself, because that's me pushed out. So why would I care? I'm just going to do whatever I want to do, because I'm not going to judge me anymore. I'm perfect. Okay? I'm perfect. That's a great affirmation. I'm not going to judge me anymore. I love you. I'm perfect. I love you, Lily. I'm perfect. So mirror work doing that, okay? And you will see how there you're working on your mental diet. And you're not going to be worried about how people may be judging you because you're doing this, or you're trying to manifest this, or you're trying to get your SP back. Who gives a shit of what anyone else thinks? It's what you want. You're in control. You're the one that's creating these things. And you will see that once you don't give a shit anymore, you gotta give a shit less than the person that gives a shit, something like that. You'll see that once you just don't care anymore, things start flowing differently, okay? Because then you start saying, yeah, I am in control of this. I am in control of my reality. I am in control of this situation. I am in control of how I'm getting triggered by certain things, I am in control of what awareness I'm putting on certain things, and I choose not to. I'm only going to put awareness on what's going good and what I want to happen, okay? So this is my manifestation video on tips and tricks on no longer responding to people in comments, and people's the old stories actions, the old programming action, and / stop worrying about what people think. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All that matters is your thoughts and what thoughts you're putting out there. Because the thoughts that you're putting out there are the thoughts that are going to come back to you. So why not put out their good thoughts and not give a shit about what anybody's saying and not worry and not even judge? Because, you know, when you're worried about people judging you, you're really judging yourself. So let's not do that anymore, my friends. Let's manifest the shit out of everything we want to manifest without worrying about how people are responding, you know, how people are responding to what we do, people comments, you know, their actions and stuff like that. There's no need for that. There's no need for that. We are in control and we can change that. So, my friends, much love to everyone. And as always, I salute the divinity within all of you. Bye now.